have been obsessed with mascot horrors lately, and I figured, why not take a stab at yet another Five Nights at Freddy's? We've already played FNAF 1, and let me tell you, it was one of the hardest games that I've had to play due to that 420 mode. Not even a platinum at the end of it, bro. Still difficult. Well, in today's episode, we will be platinuming FNAF Into the Pit is the 7th installment of the series and is based off the book that was released in 2019. Into the Pit's main character is Oswald, aka Oz. Game starts with him complaining to his broke daddy that he can only afford cheap trash pizza at Jeff's. Now we're at Jeff's, just trying to eat some pizza, when I overhear the family over there at that table talking about some secret ball pit. Man, ball pits used to be dirty as hell back in the day, man. You know what my parents used to say? That crackheads was doing crack and heroin in that thing, and they wouldn't let me in because they were afraid of me getting poked by used needles. Valid. Now I gotta investigate a ball pit? I wonder where this will lead to. Once we find the pit, we jump into it with zero regard for our health and safety, and we earn our very first trophy. Into the pit. Oh, we got into the pit for jumping into the pit. Okay. We are teleported back in time, and we see FNAF characters on the wall. That's what I'm saying, Oswald. It's at this moment that I know I'm in Freddy Fazbear's and I'm in full-on party mode. Bonnie is the best. Look at Bonnie throwing that air. Bonnie is the best. Look at Bonnie shaking it fat. Bonnie is the best, but Bonnie is the best, but Bonnie is the best. We're then introduced to two kids from the 80s, Mike and Chip. They want us to play skee ball and eventually tag, and then we gotta play hide and seek. During hide and seek, we learn about the hiding spots within Fazbear's. I try the vent out, but of course, it's too obvious. So they want me in the Freddy skin instead. And this ain't just any Freddy skin, y'all. This is the golden Freddy skin. On the wall, we see the calendar say June 1985, meaning that this is when the missing children incident took place. Could this be that exact moment? I'm pretty sure. Just a little lore for y'all. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. But by jumping in the golden Freddy skin, we earn It's Me for our second trophy. Mike comes tripping in, and we learn about the noise meter, which is a cool game mechanic. But man, it makes me nervous throughout this gameplay. After Mike and Chip find each other, we are then introduced to the antagonists, Spring Bonnie or Yellow Rabbit. We learn about the hiding game mechanics, which is important for another trophy later on called Hide and Seek Champ. But back to the current situation. Mass chaos ensues, and children are stampeding out of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. But of course, Oz has to go in and investigate. So we head down the main stage area and go into the party room hallway. And this is where we get the creepiest, coldest introduction to Yellow Rabbit. Nah, man. He want me to follow him? I promise you, if Oz was a little black kid, he would have turned around in the Actually, he would not be in this damn ball pit to begin with. But none of that matters. We go ahead to the end of the corridor and open the door to enter our first QTE event. Yup, there are plenty more in the game that eventually lead us to acquiring a trophy for it. We make a run for it and get back into the ball pit just for our dad and Jeff to be waiting there for us. We thought we escaped, right? Hell nah, here comes Yellow Rabbit out the pit. He snagged my dad and somehow possesses his body? What in the what? My FNAF lore is so cheeks, so help me understand, how is this possible? Yellow Rabbit Dad snags us up and takes us home where we begin night 1. The goal for all the nights is to escape the house. For night 1 specifically, we have to call Mom, but first we gotta find a phone. Before I head out of this room, I looked at the trophy list, so I decided it was time to flick the lights 87 times. By flicking 10 times, we earn Let There Be Light, and of course, by flicking 87 times, we earn the Light of 87. Now this is an Easter egg that refers to the Bite of 87, which is a violent incident in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise where an animatronic attacks a night guard and causes him to lose his frontal lobe.
But then there was the Bite of 87. Yeah. It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe.
We're not sure who the animatronic is, but some theories suggest it could be Mangle or Toy Chica. But now it's time to get the phone. So I headed to Oz's parents' room to see the rabbit do a crazy wiggle. I don't know what my man was dreaming about, but bro, he probably dreaming about Lola Bunny for real. I mean, wouldn't you? Shoot. Now, in order to get the rabbit up out of there, we gotta distract him. Along the way looking for a distraction, we earned Jinx's favorite for entering a room with Jinx in it 10 times. We hit the TV and head back to the kitchen to hide. Once the footsteps were in the living room, we dash to the parents' room and pick up the phone and call 911 to earn who you gonna call. How do I call? Who are you gonna call? 911 doesn't work? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Okay, call mom. After that, I immediately call my mom's number and tell her to come home, and the yellow rabbit comes rushing in the room. But luckily, I'm under the bed already. Mom finally makes it home, and I tell her everything that has happened. But of course, she doesn't believe me as she's looking at her husband right in the flesh. But now we gotta find a way to escape. The thing about escaping is, once you use one method for one night, it can't be used again for the next night. The way out of Oz's house are the bedroom window, the front door, the attic, using a rope from the garage, and last and most difficult, the garage using the ladder found in the attic. We make our escape through the front door and head back to Jeff's Pizza. After traveling back through the ball pit, I accidentally kicked the ball from the pit into the door and earned goal! Oops. During the nights, we will need to rescue children that have been captured by Yellow Rabbit. The first child we come across is stuffed inside a FNAF endoskeleton, which is the inner skeleton that houses the wires and animatronics underneath the character's skin. We need to obtain a screwdriver, but in order to do that, we first must get the basement key. So we head back to the present, grab the flashlight from Jeff, and agree to throw the trash away at the mill for him. Once we're at the mill, we grab the rat trap and an arcade machine piece, then head back to Jeff's to get the key from him. Now that we have the key, we head back into the pit and acquire the screwdriver from the basement. Now it's time to save the kid. After breaking the kid out, Spring Bonnie decides I can't be Captain Save-A-Ho, and a foot race is on the way. Look, man, I wish I could help you, but... Shit. We rush back into the pit, only to head back home, ending night 1. Now that day 2 has started, we pet the cat and earn Don't Jinx Yourself. We find our way to school, and we're watching the bad kids set off firecrackers on the playground. I'm definitely gonna need those later on. I did my prep work before playing the game, and I knew I needed to interact with NPCs 100 times. So I did just that while on the playground and earned Social Butterfly. Once school ends, we meet the firecracker kid, and we find out his name is Jet. He informs us that we can trade, and he'll be at the library after school. As we leave, we meet Gabrielle, who gives us a book that has a lot of information on the animatronics. But now, it's night 2, and this time, the door is blocked. So, we take that screwdriver and make our escape out through the room window. We head back to the pizzeria and travel back to the past, and it was so damn dark because the power was out. And on this run, I didn't want to use the flashlight, and while running in the dark, Oz tripped, which earned the trophy Big Kid. And I made a bunch of noise turning the power back on, so I earned I Hear You. On night 2, we are introduced to our second animatronic, and that is Chica. Yep, she's a rat. Well, actually a bird, but when encountering her, she sounds the alarm and attracts Spring Bonnie to your location. We have to distract her, and I use that rat trap we acquired earlier to snag a rat. I take the rat to the future and let it loose in Jeff's pizza. And while Jeff is busy dealing with the rat, I steal a slice. With the piece of slice in hand, we drop it back in the hallway, lure Chica out, and make our way into the kitchen. And of course I answer that annoying ringing phone. That earns us the trophy. Hello, hello, hello. We find the second kid in the kitchen area and discover it's Mike from earlier. He tells us to meet him in the front, so I start heading that way. Lo and behold, the freaking yellow rabbit. So I run to the front, and I can't find Mike. So what do? I leave. What the heck did I just do? Where'd I go? What do I do? See ya, Dad. Left Dad behind. I beat it already after night 2? We're not done. We are not done. Let's run it back, go back in. All right, with that ending out of the way, we run back and actually meet up with Mike. You can't actively be in a chase or else he won't be there. Which, can you blame him? The yellow rabbit busts through the arcade doors and it scared the shit out of me. Like, no, seriously, I'm pretty sure I farted at this point in the video. I just know my chair stank. As we are running back towards the pit, Chica starts going off, which gives us Chica's party. We make it back into the pit to start day 3. Another day, and of course, if you're a 10-year-old kid with a possessed father, wouldn't you be at school too? A bully from school slaps me with his sticky hand, pause that, and gets his items confiscated. Oz starts tripping out in class like he took something that made him hallucinate and see Spring Bonnie and the heads of Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica on his classmates. The teacher sends us to grab her book, and we end up running into the principal. From here, she needs her keys, which we grab from a classroom, and after that, we head right back into the principal's office and snag the book for the teacher as well as the sticky hand for later use. Now, I don't know what kind of sticky hands y'all talking about, but I'm talking about the sticky hands you get at like Chuck E. Cheese, bro. Relax, freaks. After school ends, we head home, and now it's time for night 3. We escape through the attic using the rope and head back to the pizzeria. We receive our task of finding our way into the arcade, only to see a giant endoskeleton blocking the doors. We go to where we first found Chica and use the sticky hand at the vent on the wall to obtain the arcade room keys. After unlocking the door, we head into the arcade. I had randomly picked up a token on the floor somewhere while I was playing, which I then used on one of the machines in the past to earn the insert coin to play trophy. After beating that game, we head further into the arcade and are introduced to our third animatronic, Bonnie. Now we need to find something to lure Bonnie out. From the book that we received from Gabrielle on day 2, we know that Bonnie loves its guitar, so we head back into the pit and go to the mill to pick up the strings. What is this dude doing here? Who knew Oswald the Ocelot was also Oswald the Raccoon? Should definitely make headlines in school. You know, I'm about to fight him. Now that we have the strings in our possession, it's time to hit the quick time event and run from Bonnie. Okay, quick time event. Oh, I need to get out of here. Oh, he's quick. No, this is not fair. I didn't use this. I did not use this. It's not fair. I don't know which Bonnie's scarier, bro. Oh! Thankfully, I was ready at this point with my hands on the controls because by being impatient and smashing the buttons, I earned the impatient trophy. After getting back to the arcade, we rescue Chip, but of course, a Spring Bonnie chase happens. I know I heard his voice. Hang in there, Dad. Oswald's house, day 4. Oswald makes it to school, but doesn't stay long because he starts to tweak and see the animatronics and lashes out on the bully. We run straight to the pit and are tasked with investigating yet another scream. This time, coming from the security room. Yup, that's right. This is a nod to the original FNAF. When we get there though, the door is being blocked by the one and only Freddy. So now we have to figure out how we can get him out of there. Oh, remember that firecracker kid? Yeah, time to go trade him for some firecrackers. Earlier in the game, I repaired and I played a bunch of the games, and I earned enough tickets to swap a voucher for a prize. With the handheld gaming device in tow, we headed to the library and we make the trade. It's night 4 at Oz's house, and we only have a single exit left. Time to grab that loud ass ladder and take it all the way to the garage. Now this is by far the hardest exit, as you have to drag around that loud, clunky ladder from the attic to the garage and not be caught. And of course, I had to drop the ladder and run away several times. So now that we have the firecrackers in hand, we're able to distract Freddy. We make it inside the security room, and just being in this room is giving me flashbacks to all the struggles I faced within the first 5 nights at Freddy's. Now, along the way, we picked up 5 items that belong to Dad. These 5 items consist of Dad's wallet, which is found at the beginning, right next to the breaker switch, a family vacation photo, which can be found on night 2 or 3 in Fazbear's kitchen, a photo of Oswald next to the presents and the Freddy suit on night 3, Dad's name tag outside of the security office on night 4, and finally, the ring on night 4 in the security office. By gathering all 5 of Dad's objects, we earned Gimme 5. As we're checking the cameras, Yellow Rabbit destroys one, and now we need to distract Freddy in order to save the girl. Did you guys see the balloon boy in this shot? I swear this game is loaded with Easter eggs and so much FNAF lore. I hit the ice cream machine and make my return to see the girl missing and the Yellow Rabbit taking her to the kitchen. Once we get to the kitchen, we realize we need something to break the door open. So we run to the arcade, grab the hammer, and proceed to demolish the door with the toy hammer from a Whack-A-Freddy game. As soon as we break the little girl out of the freezer and are getting ready to leave, boom, Mr. Spring Bonnie on our ass. So we rush to the pit to get started on the last day, day 5. Oz skips school and immediately gets to work at the pizzeria. We realize on day 5 the ball pit is locked, so we go to the security room and find Jeff working very hard. Lazy. And as we leave the security room, a chase with the yellow rabbit ensues. We make it back to 1985, hide, and wait for the yellow rabbit to leave us. Our final place to check is the party room door where we first encountered the yellow rabbit, but this time it is locked by a key card. I already knew I would have to go to the basement because as I was running away from Spring Bonnie, I saw all of the animatronics blocking the stage. So we travel through the vent and fish out a key card from the pile of endoskeleton parts. With the room unlocked and the last girl in front of us, we rescue her and pick up a photo she left behind to earn Who Are They? What is this? What is this? But now it's time to save Dad. We get him out of the ropes, but of course, Mr. Yellow Rabbit is there to prevent me from saving him. We chase after the Yellow Rabbit and try and save Dad, but I fail the quick time event. I was supposed to press square. What happened? Why can't I feel my voice? What's wrong with my voice? What happened? What are they? Why are they being friendly? Who do they think I am? Oh, that nigga possessed my body. He possessed my body. Ooh. What am I? Oh! What am I? Night 5 didn't go as planned. Absolutely not. No, it didn't. I'm gonna save you, Dad. All right. Second attempt on the quick time event. This time, we get a different ending. Trapped! Get out of there. Get out of there, Oz. Yeah. Got him hemmed up. A master of stealth. Complete the game without getting caught. Night vision. Finish the game without turning on the flashlight. Jeff. Achieve 2-star ending in either creepy or frightening mode. Okay. Time to get some more endings. Man, we got 3 trophies on that one. Nice. It's time for some cleanup and to obtain any trophies I might have missed on my first playthrough. I pop right back in the game and go eat some candy to earn Sugar Rush. Now there's a secret for eating 100 candies, but we'll get more into that later. And immediately after that, we acquire the last 2 tripping trophies, Toddler and Baby. Now there's an easy way to trip just by running back and forth very fast. So both of these can be earned in about a minute or 2. Now we're moving on to the Hide and Seek World Champ Trophy. In order to do this, you must hide and play the minigame or trigger the cutscene and not get caught. This must be done in both Oz's house and the Fazbear's Pizzeria. Now I started this out on night 2 at Oz's house so that I could get the flashlight and stock up on batteries, which to me is very important. The best thing to do first is to find all of the hiding spots. I'm not sure if this can be completed on Nightmare or Terrifying difficulty, so I did it on Frightening. Yeah, stop your whining, I know. It's not the hardest. I don't care. The hiding spots in Oz's house consist of under Oz's bed, where you must stop the toys from rolling out under the bed, the hallway closet in between Oz's room and his parents' room, where you have to hide opposite of where Spring Bonnie is looking, the parents' bedroom under their bed, where you have to flash the light in Spring Bonnie's face, the closet next to the attic, same deal as the other closet, in the attic chest, where you have to swat the spiders, in the garage chest, and under the kitchen table. After doing all of those, time to move to the pizzeria. For our first hiding spot, I went to the basement chest. And immediately after that, I went to the party hallway table, the purple one. But then guess what happened? Yeah, I died. I suck. Now, I honestly thought this challenge was over, but I couldn't find a definitive answer online, so I figured I would just re-hide in the one spot that I already hid in and get all the other ones since I just started the pizzeria. Now let's try this again. This time, you start with the Freddy suit, where you have to hold your breath. This is the worst hiding spot mini game for me personally. Then I went under the table. Guess what? I die again. Then I die again, and again, and again. Like, bro, can I stop dying? Honestly, at this point, I was reeling. I seriously was about to break my freaking controller. I was raging, I was done, I just wanted it to be over. Take 17, let's try this again. First hiding spot is under the party hallway table, where I blind a stupid ass with the flashlight. Second is in Freddy. Pause that. Yep, I died. Fuck. Honestly, by this time, I was ready to end it all. This was my 13th reason, and I was losing hope. Let's try this again. First, inside Freddy. Second, party hallway table. Third, party hallway vent. Fourth, dining area table. Fifth, basement chest. And last but not freaking least is the cabinet under the kitchen sink. I really did not think the trophy would pop, but I didn't want to abandon hope. And bam, we earned the hide and seek world champ. Oh my God, bro. I tell you, the relief. Oh, I got it. I got it. I thought I would have to do all that because I died multiple times. Let's go. For these next two trophies, we must find all the arcade parts and also repair and play all the arcade machines. Arcade machine parts that need to be found are the weight-resistant mechanism, which can be located in the basement in Oswald's house, the power supply, which is found in the garbage bin in the party hallway of Jeff's Pizza, token slot, which is found next to the broken arcade machine in the basement, the puzzle matrix, which is found at the mill, control panel, which is found on the table in the party hallway of Jeff's Pizza, voucher validator, which is found at the school in the second classroom, space age speaker, which is found in the arcade at Jeff's Pizza, electron gun, which is found on a shelf in the storage room at Jeff's Pizza, wooden balls, which are located in the ball pit room at Freddy's, and the ticket counter, which is found in the dining area by Foxy's Cove on night 3. The parts go to the corresponding machines from left to right, starting with the ticket counter on the left, wooden balls, power supply, electron gun, space age speakers, weight resistant mechanism, voucher validator, token slot, control panel, and finally the puzzle matrix is the last arcade cabinet on the far right. And by playing every game, we earn Not a Gamer trophy. Since I was in the gaming mood, I stayed in the arcade and played skee-ball as getting the high score gives you 13 tickets, until I earned 404 tickets, which gives us the trophy Not Found. Not muted this time, got 44 tickets, perfect. As I was cleaning up the story and on my way out of night 3, Bonnie snagged my leg and we earned a trophy for it. This nigga gonna catch me! He gonna catch me! I decided that I would go for the 3-star ending during this run since I earned the 2-star ending the first time around. And in order to achieve the 3-star ending, you have to acquire all of Dad's items, play and win all the games, and play all 3 secret mini games. Now, in order to find all 3 secret mini games, there are a few things you must do. The first secret minigame, Count the Ways, is unlocked by eating 100 pieces of candy. This story is about a goth girl named Millie and how she is trapped in a deactivated Funtime Freddy. The second secret minigame, Pick Up Balloons, can be activated by collecting the gamepad and 3 stickers from the prize counter in the arcade of either Jeff's Pizza or Freddy Fazbear's. You then use the 5th prize voucher on the prize machine in Freddy's. In this game, you must pick up 6 balloons and take them to Fetch. Now, I don't know much about FNAF lore, but from my research, I have found that Fetch is an animatronic dog about the size of a beagle that can communicate with its owner via text and harms/kills anyone who threatens their owner. That shit kind of sound cool to me. For the third and final minigame, Grant Her Wish, this is only available on night 5 by calling Mom on the phone once you reach the party room. In this game, you control Eleanor, a tall, slender metallic mannequin who is collecting Sarah's body parts and bringing them to the body on the other side of the room. This story is also from the Fazbear Frights To Be Beautiful. With all of that out of the way, we rescue Dad and earn Family Fun Night. All right. Cool. This is the true ending, bro. I was about to be pissed. Family Fun Night. And that's for getting the 3-star ending. Let's go. With only the 1-star ending left to obtain, it's time to lock in and run it back. This time, we don't pick up any of Dad's items, and by the end of it, things don't turn out so well. Hit E-Party. Yeah. As for achieving the 1-star ending and creepy or frightening, with all of the endings out of the way, there are only few trophies left to obtain. The next 2 up are a fun time with Freddy and Terraformer. You obtain a fun time with Freddy by running into the door when he appears, which is a rare spawn. Terraformer pissed me off. I played through this entire terrifying difficulty and achieved a 3-star ending not realizing I didn't need to. Oh well, good practice I guess. Terraformer for achieving in any ending. I just needed to get any ending on Terraformer. I didn't need to get, what the All of this work has led us to this exact point though. A permadeath run on Nightmare difficulty. There are only a handful of hiding spots now. Yup, all of the ones I was used to using are gone, meaning I will need to start using the pit more and really listening to Spring Bonnie's footsteps. For this playthrough, we have to obtain the 3-star ending, meaning we need to attain all of Dad's items, play all the mini games, also the secret mini games. We start off immediately eating 100 pieces of candy to play our first secret mini game. We make it back to Oz's home, and now the easiest hiding spot on night 1 was under the kitchen table because since you don't have a flashlight, there's no mini game to blind them. Now, for night 1's escape, I went with the ladder in the attic to the garage window. This is by far the hardest escape, and I wanted it done and out of the way so that the rest of the nights were easy. The rest of night 1 was pretty uneventful. Now on to day 2. Night 2, we escaped using the attic, but should have used the front door since it was the next furthest exit. It was pretty uneventful as well, and I really spent the majority of time listening for footsteps. With night 3 here, I finally decided to leave Oz's house through the front door and experience yet another uneventful night. Night 4 arrived, and I decided to escape through the window. Yet again, nothing crazy happened. Truth be told, this run was flawless. Perfect. Flawless up until this motherfucking misstep, bro. I made one mistake. I tripped, and I have not tripped since the last tripping trophy. Now, why in the world would Oz decide to trip now? No f***ing way. No f***ing way. I gotta do that all over again? I made it all the way to night 5 and I gotta do it all over again? Well, let's try that again. We make it all the way back to night 4 and escape time rolls around. And bro, I can't make this up. I trip again. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. This no death run really had me in my feelings. Back at night 5, where I failed the first time, will I actually pull it off? Hey, flash them. Flash them. I'm scared. Go. All right, did I make it? I f***ing did it. Play the mini game. Pass the mini game. This is it. This is it. No mistakes, Kyle. I've beat all these mini games already. I wish I had a heart monitor. Oh, I wish I had my heart monitor on. Oh, it hurts. My chest hurts. Oh, oh my God. All right, we're not done. Yup. Let's go. Hit that quick time. I think it's another square or an X, one of the two. Get off me! Ah, I did it! I did it! Oh my God, I did it! Yes! Yes! Knight Rider! And that's for achieving any nightmare mode ending. Good job, sport, for the 3-star under nightmare mode. And last but not least, looking to the future, we achieved the trophy, the platinum trophy! Five Nights at Freddy Into the Pit was such a refreshing game and one of my favorites that I played this year. That being said, thank you all for watching, and for the next video, we jumping on a train to take down yet another mascot horror title.